The United States sends a lot of money to Israel every year. But you certainly suggested that by 2028, you'd like Israel to be autonomous from American investment.
I said it would be a good destination if we did get there. I personally think this will be better both for Israel and for the United States if that's a destination we're able to get to.
But
today.
until America stops sending the money, America does have a vested interest in what Israel does.
Well, I think that's a product of prior commitments. But my view is the $16 billion.
But as we sit here.
Well, as we sit here, the $16 billion that Congress is debating now, most Republicans favor it, many Democrats favor it. I don't. I say this $106 billion aid package, forget about it. We have a $33 trillion national debt crisis in this country, a border crisis in the United States of historic proportions. My job as the U.S. president is to deal with that right here at home.
You don't want to help them.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not relevant or pertinent what's happening in the world. My question is, does our military engagement help our national interests? And that's a different question.
What about the number of little attacks we're seeing on American troops all around the region?
Proves my point. Why do we have troops in Syria? Why do we have troops in Iraq? We were told, the American public, yes, most people before this began in the last 2 weeks, they would tell you we don't even have a presence in Syria and Iraq. That's what we've been led to believe. So we have sitting targets, and now we're going to create more sitting targets. What are those sitting targets when they're hit? They're accidental tripwires. That's how major conflicts result when nobody on either side of that conflict has an interest in getting into it. You cross a tripwire, and my rule of thumb for the U.S., as a commander-in-chief, I'll say it now, I'll say it again. If you hit us, we will hit you back 10 times harder. That's just a rule I'll stick to. But if they're hitting us on bases that we shouldn't have been in the first place, we're creating the opportunities for escalation into larger scale regional war that doesn't advance our interests. So I would bring them home from Syria and Iraq.
But America has kept troops at a lot of bases around that region.
I'd get them out.
Really?
Yes.
Because the whole purpose of them being there is to try and maintain some sort of order amid a lot of potential chaos.
And I think it's been unsuccessful. I mean, even if you look at right now, the fact that we have that presence, I'm going to stick specifically to Syria and Iraq, let's be precise. I don't think that that serves any strategic purpose. To the contrary, it creates sitting duck targets in moments like these that unnecessarily create tripwires for major regional conflict in the Middle East. And so nobody has given me a good answer, and I don't think nobody's given the American people a good answer on why the heck we are still in Syria and Iraq.